Can you retire on SCHD dividends? Remember to leave a like and also subscribe. And this is such a conversation that I've talked about so many times, whether or not you can retire on SCHD. And the answer is it depends. So again, remember to leave a like and subscribe. So SCHD in the dividends, it's 4%. 4% on your money, and not including also the potential growth for SCHD, which all time it has grown over 206.24%. And it's significant to talk about because not only are you having that sort of growth since 2011, but you're also, getting that SCHD dividend as well, which is more significant than a lot of these companies out there, these individual stocks as well. There's only one that I'm sure there's others, but there's only one that comes to mind that's kind of worth buying at this point. That is even a higher dividend than this, but that's an individual company, and I'm not even going to talk about that at this point. I mean, there's probably more than one. Don't get me wrong. I've just at least on my watch list at this point. But that's beside the point. So the answer is definitely maybe. I mean, could you retire on SCHD? It really depends on what your financial situation is. Everybody's different. Okay, I'm not just going to say you watching this particular video, you definitely can retire on SCHD because I don't know you. I don't know who's watching this video. If you have saved up a lot and if you are comfortable with the way that things are right now in terms of the long-term growth in SCHD and etc., then this is something at least to take a look at. Diversification is huge. SCHD has diversification. We have Merck, we have AbbVie, we also have others like Marathon, Verizon, etc. And it's so important to take a look at a lot of these companies that are in SCHD. You have to take a look at these companies. It's crazy to me that there are some people that really don't care to even take a look at some of these companies, to take a look at what you're investing in when we talk about SCHD, when we talk about these other companies that are in SCHD, because when you're investing in SCHD, you're investing in a large sum of companies, but you want to know what they are. And even if they're just paying a dividend, even if you're just trying to get this SCHD, get this dividend, or this ETF, for the dividend, you need to know what you're investing in. It drives me crazy. You have to know exactly what you're trying to invest in, and whether or not it's even worth it for you to invest in this particular company. So when we talk about SCHD, we have to obviously talk about the dividend, 4%, which is a lot better, don't get me wrong, than a lot of these companies that are out there, these ETFs, that are out there. But diversification, again, is key. If you diversify and you get VOO as well as SCHD, as well as potentially VGT, depending on market conditions. I can't, you can't, watch this video, let's just say a year from now, and a VGT is at its all-time peak, and then buy it in its all-time peak, and for me to say that's a good investment for you. I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to say that. We're not doing that. So it depends on whether or not you dollar cost average into SCHD as well as VOO and others for you to be able to retire on SCHD and its dividends. So you need to understand that, okay? And let's just say it's I'm trying to think, 142. If you invest, I'm just trying to think on the top of my head, 142,000, I believe it's right around there. It's roughly around there, okay? 142,000 into SCHD, you're going to be getting about $1,000, $1,200 in dividends for the quarter. I did the math yesterday on this, so if I'm off by a little bit, then what can I do? What can you do? So it's right around there. So think about it that way. So that's only 140, like only 100. It's still like when we talk about like like there's money in and of itself. If you put in like 1 million, then I think that might be where you like are able to retire on SCHD and its dividends, like right around there. So that's retirement, guys. That's retirement, to be able to have like a passive income. But again, like, what can you do? So remember to leave a like and also subscribe, and thank you for watching.